Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about styling, and I want to give you some tips on how you can build a style and image for your band, or if you're a solo artist, that's fine too. So styling, sometimes called fashion styling, covers clothing, accessories, hairstyle, and hopefully after this video you will feel a bit more comfortable about defining your style and going forward with that as part of your image and brand. Now, the examples I've got in today's video are going to be men, just because I think guy musicians maybe are less familiar with this side of things than girls or women or females. Obviously the tips are transferable, but I've just used men as the examples just to make it clearer for maybe guys that are struggling more. So, tip 1. Browse my Pinterest board. I have made you a Pinterest board of men's fashion. This varies from genre to genre, from eras, all different styles. I've just made a massive mash of men's fashion styles in one place so you can browse and get an idea of what you like. If you're not on Pinterest, then get Pinterest. Make an account and then you can use this. It's such a useful tool for anything visual. It's where my brain dumps go. I use it for projects, I use it for research, I use it just to collate ideas. It's just, love it. It's perfect. So while browsing my amazing Pinterest board, try and find little details or styles that you like. It could be just a style of jean or shoe, or a shirt under a jumper with the collar out, just any little details. You don't have to like the whole image or the whole style. Just find little details that jump out at you and you think, yes, that could be me. You can either make notes or start adding them to your own Pinterest board. Tip number 2. Go into shops and try on clothes. This may feel uncomfortable, I don't know, but it gives you a good idea of what fits, what you feel at your best in, and it just allows you to sort of learn more about your style and help to define it. Obviously be respectful of the shops, but go in loads of shops and try on loads of different clothes, even if you look at it and think, oh my god, no. Just try loads, because I promise it'll be a learning curve and it will just help you get more comfortable in sort of knowing your own fashion sense. So try that, have a shopping day and just see where it takes you. Tip 3. If you have a fashion friend or a stylish friend or relative in your surrounding area, then ask them for advice. See what they think looks good on you or what you would suit, and just bounce ideas off them. Show them your Pinterest board. Maybe take them shopping with you and just help yourself get a better understanding of what you like and what works for you. They might also be able to recommend various designers or shops that would work for your style as well, or your coming together style. 4. If you haven't done it already, build your own Pinterest board. This I cannot recommend enough. Pinterest is so good for this stuff. You can have a clothing board with sections of jeans, jackets, colours, anything. It just helps you really learn what you like, and it helps you just to bring your ideas to life and just to be prepared for when you do go to the shops or when you do select an outfit. You've just got a sort of frame of reference basically. 5. So if you're a band, then make sure that when you do select outfits for gigs or photo shoots or whatever, that there are colours that tie you all together, but that your outfits obviously don't match unless you are a Westlife-like boy band. Then it's fine. But ideally you want elements that tie you all together, but you don't want to like just all buy the same t-shirt or something, obviously. You know that. So if you haven't seen my how to build yourself a brand video yet, then I'm gonna link it below and it should be here somewhere. So watch that to get an idea of your brand identity, and then obviously that brand identity and colour scheme then influences your fashion choices and your outfit styles for gigs and photo shoots and videos. 6. Make sure all your outfits match in terms of how formal they are. So we've got a spectrum and it goes trackies to black tie, and you want to make sure that you are all at the same place on that spectrum. You do not want one posh outfit and one slobby outfit in a photo shoot or a gig. Make sure you're all equal in terms of that, whether you're just up from trackies at jeans or you know. Maybe you go to a smart occasion or event, then you all go black tie, but just for the love of God, make sure you all match in terms of how formal you are. And you don't have to always be a certain level of formal. So you don't have to always wear trackies or always wear black tie. Obviously that can change, but the whole band has to be in cahoots in terms of that. 7. Remember that you are a musician and a creative, and that you can pretty much do what you want. You don't have to be conservative in any way here. You can let your creativity run wild and just do what feels right. Obviously, it has to reflect your brand and your genre to a certain degree, but you do have freedom, so don't feel restricted. Just sort of do this research and try on clothes, follow your heart a bit and see where it takes you. You might come up with something really cool and really different that ends up being one of your main creative elements that makes you stand out. So don't be scared, basically. Be free. Be free. Tip 8. Have a little research sesh. Go on YouTube, watch your favourite bands, make notes on their outfit, look at a few different performances. Do they wear the same outfits? Are they completely different? Are there elements that keep coming back? Notice these things if you haven't before. And also how they change depending on the situation. So how do they change their outfits for a gig, press photos, a red carpet event? Look at how varied they do those things. Some might be very similar, some might be vastly different. So just make note of those things and put together a little pad of research in that area, just so you're more aware of it and it can help you going forward. Okay, so they are my main tips for building your own style. If you have any questions or problems, let me know in the comments. I'm just going to leave you with some examples of some male music artists that have, to me, really defined senses of style. And you see certain elements that keep coming through, like certain styles, certain colours. And then hopefully that will give you an idea. All these boards are also on my Pinterest, so feel free to browse at your own pace as well. So first I've put will.i.am in there because he is amazing. He's sort of out there and subtle at the same time. He loves a fedora. He mainly dresses monochrome and has futuristic elements. And these things constantly come up, and you just know, if you see an outfit, you could probably tell if it's his, because he has a very, very signature style. So a different one, Matt Healy in the 1975. I know I always bring them up, but they're great. So he has a lot of florals, a lot of color. He has a lot of blazer style jackets and a lot of denim jackets. These things keep coming up, and he has a little bit more freedom than will.i.am, I think, in terms of style. There are still elements that are consistent throughout. He's a bit more experimental, and that's fine too. You can be experimental. Just decide what you're going to be and go for that. Harry Styles. So since leaving One Direction, he has become somewhat of a fashion icon. His is much less experimental than Matt Healy, but also kind of more extravagant. So he has a lot of high-waisted flared trousers, a lot of feminine blouses, florals again, quite androgynous. He wears a lot of rings and nail varnish. All these things are sort of very, very consistent. So all of his outfits are in quite a small but extravagant box. The Weeknd, or however you say it. I put him in because he's a little bit more subtle, a little bit more mysterious, and obviously in a different genre again. So his style is very urban, it's very slick, but it's kind of high-end as well. So I thought he was an interesting one to look at. Obviously way less eccentric, but still, you still see these elements. All his images and all his outfits are very slick. Not a lot of colour splash, no florals. Obviously goes perfectly with him and his genre. But yeah, just another one to look at that's interesting. Lastly, David Bowie. He had to be in there, didn't he? So he's the most extravagant, most eccentric, most colour splash, completely over the top, kind of like the male Lady Gaga in terms of fashion, but it absolutely worked for him and his music. So he's always a good case study, so I had to put him in there as an example of, like, you can do anything as long as you own it. So his outfits are really theatrical and just wonderful in every way. But yeah, I hope that sort of makes the fashion styling part of the branding a bit clearer for you. Obviously, again, if you have any questions, let me know. And I hope that you get Pinterest and love it and this works for you. Thanks, bye! See you soon!